Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. Today's match is between the table toppers, ranked number one Rajasthan Royals versus the second in line Lucknow Super Giants. Basically, it's going to be Sanju Samson's team versus KL Rahul. Both teams, not. I mean, shocking everybody this season. A lot of people did not have Rajasthan in the top of the table at this point of time because of the team that they set up with, but they had other plans. Clearly, they have a very good bowling attack. As the season is progressing, the pitches are tearing down, and which makes it more क्या बोलते हैं, convenient for spinners. So they have the likes of Ashwin, they have Chahal, they have जैम्पा, जिसकी वजह से उन लोगों की बॉलिंग अटैक और भी ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग हो रही है. ट्रेंट बोल्ट है राजस्थान रॉयल्स के पास, जो बहुत बेहतरीन डाल रहे हैं थ्रू आउट द सीजन. द लास्ट 2 years he has been very consistent in the IPL. Batting is solid and stacked for the Rajasthan Royal with the likes of Jaiswal, Josh Butler, and Sanju Samson. एक problem हो रही है उनको. I think there's one problem area, if I would have to say, that number 3 or number 4, either Sanju Samson or the other, depending on where Sanju Samson आ रहा है 3 या 4 पे, उनको थोड़ी दिक्कत वहाँ हो रही है, जहाँ पे देवदत्त, Padikkal and Riyan Parag उतना great form में नहीं रह चुके हैं. I mean, it's just been a very iffy season for them. But apart from that, if we're going throughout the season, if I'm looking at it, Rajasthan's bowling is going to get only stronger as the pitches will start to tear, right? I have with me Mustafa, Rajasthan Royal versus Lucknow Super Giants, a very big clash. Both these teams, I mean, I think Lucknow was in our top four, but Rajasthan not really considered at the start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I was debating between Rajasthan and Delhi, and yeah, I got it completely wrong. But the way Rajasthan have played, spin attack is absolutely outstanding. Aap dekho Zampa, Ashwin, or Chahal. These guys are the top spinners in the world. At one point in their life, they were the best spinner in the world, right? Like Zampa, right now, I consider him the best. Unhe thoda sa quick leg spin dalta. Chahal, he varies the ball a bit more. He flights the ball a bit more. Ashwin, he's like a completely changed figure now in terms of white ball cricket. He has a carom ball, he has this leg spinner, off spinner, everything. So I think they have the top spin attack. And then if you have Trent Bolt also there, and the way their fast bowling, I without Prasad Krishna, I thought they would suffer, but the way the others have come in, and Sandeep Sharma has chipped in, and all these guys, that they've done a fabulous job. Batting तो outstanding. आप जो बोल रहे थे एक शायद एक आध gap हो सकता, but overall they're the most complete batting lineup, and they're up against a good Lucknow team also who throw away the last game, but on paper अच्छी team है लखनऊ की.
Yeah, 100%. Team तो जबरदस्त है. गज्जू भाई इज इन द हाउस. एज एन एविड लखनऊ फैन, उन्होंने तो वही बोलेंगे कि लखनऊ जीतने वाली है. मेरे को कहीं ना कहीं दिखता है ऑनेस्टली गज्जू भाई, राजस्थान के लिए मैच अच्छा रहेगा बिकॉज इट्स गोइंग टू बी इन जयपुर. एंड ऑब्वियसली देयर स्पिनर्स, द फॉर्म दैट देयर इन, बहुत मजा आने वाला है देखने को ये मैच. Chirag Bhai is completely opposite. He's saying both these teams are shit. I don't know for what angle he's saying both these teams are bad, because these both teams are pretty much dominating each match. I mean, not each match per se, but they've been a very strong opponent. I can understand why Lucknow is shit for you, but I don't know why Rajasthan is not that great at this point of time. राजस्थान को तो अमित मिश्रा ही आउट कर देगा, बट उनके पास भी थ्री ट्रिक कार्ड है. उनके पास अश्विन है, उनके पास जैम्पा है, उनके पास चहाल है. So they've got a lot of tricks up their sleeve. But yeah, a lot of people writing off this match for some reason. But मेरे हिसाब से तो ये मैच बहुत जबरदस्त रहने वाला है. Josh Butler, Jaiswal didn't get the best of starts in the last match against the Punjab Kings, but that still didn't prove that you can beat Rajasthan. That Jurel है नीचे, Sanju Samson stood up. गुजरात से मैच था exactly. तो 3 विकेट से जीते. And yeah, so उनके लिए batting is thing. I know they got lucky with Ashwin being dropped, but not Ashwin, Chennai. Sorry, I again mixed match team. But yeah, Rajasthan without even Jaiswal in particular performing, that makes them even more stronger, right?
या उनके पास बैटिंग देखो हर तरीका का है. हर पोजीशन पे हेटमायर भी आके मारता, झुरल मारता, सैमसन है, पडिक्कल भी थोड़े कैमियोज मार दिया अभी तक. एंड देन यू हैव जयसवाल, बटलर. इफ दे गेट देम ऑफ टू अ फ्लायर, देन दे बिकम इनविंसिबल्स. एंड द बॉलिंग अटैक अगेन, इफ यू गेट थ्रू बोल्ट, यू हैव टू गेट थ्रू द स्पिनर्स एज वेल. एंड someone like Sandeep is also picking up wickets. So I think overall it's a very balanced team. On the day they will have bad days, but I think in this season more often than not, unless there's an injury or someone goes in a proper dip in form, they should be doing bowling well. I think Rajasthan should be make the playoffs. Should make the playoffs. For Lucknow again, they have a very balanced side as well. अगर आप देखें उनके पास भी बैटिंग है. अगर इनके पास हेटमायर है, फिनिशर इनके पास पूरन है भाई. They have like like for like. But the problem is KL Rahul strike rate major issue. Apart from that, Kyle Mayers is now getting a bit found out against spin, and now there's going to be three spinners against him. So I think Quinton de Kock should come into the team today. And then if you look at it, then Badoni is not playing to that level that he did last season. And bowling wise, Mark Wood है, मगर उन्हें पिट गया तो फिर उनको थोड़ा कभी-कभी मुश्किल हो जाता. I know Kyle Myers एक आध over डाल सकता, but yeah, overall they're a very good team. But I don't think KL Rahul is getting it right as captain and with the bat as of now.
I don't know who, even despite scoring 74, the team just only got to 159. I know other people didn't perform in that. Stoinis has been a very big question mark as well, right? I mean, Stoinis, we know he's not bowling as well. They're only using him as a batsman. Does that like make
But
some
I
kind
don't
of?
think it's a question mark. If you see Stoinis, he's there as in a particular situation. अब देखो RCB का game उन्हें जीता है पूरन के साथ, right? And those are games that you don't expect to win. अगर आप देखें 4-5 down हो गए, you're chasing 200 and like 18, 20, whatever, like 200 plus away from home. He won you that game. So I think I don't think he's a question mark. I think yes, he needs to be more consistent, and we'd like to see him more with the ball. But he has played a match-winning innings. Puran has played match-winning innings. The biggest question mark is your question mark, the guy you always question. KL Rahul is the biggest
KL
question
Rahul.
mark. Yeah, he is the biggest one. उसको because अगर उन्हें run भी जब मार रहा वही है strike rate का issue रहा उसको. He made 70 or 59. He's a good fantasy pick, bro. Again, I can pick him in my fantasy team, no problem. Last time I captained him, I got points. Fantasy team के लिए बहुत अच्छा है, मगर खुद की टीम के लिए मसला हो रहा उसके लिए. And वहाँ पे जाके when he knows he has that batting, पंजाब में मैं समझ सकता हूँ जब उसके पास नहीं था lower order mid order. अभी तो है भाई batting. आप खेलो मतलब सीना फाड़ के खेलो और कॉन्फिडेंट खेलो. अगर आउट हो गए तो आउट हो गए because you do have batting.
I think एक पॉजिटिव ये भी हो सकता है कि मोहसिन खान की इंजरी तो खत्म हो चुकी है, so you might be able to not maybe see him
That's
today
huge.
per se, because they've got Yudhvir Singh also who bowled phenomenal, 3 overs 19 runs if I'm not wrong in the last match. So yeah, Yudhvir Singh and maybe Avish Khan could be dropped in place of Mohsin Khan. We'll come to know later as as the team comes out. But Mark Wood, Mohsin Khan, that'll be actually a good startup. And then you have Yudhvir Singh, I have Krunal Pandya has been decent, but then Ravi Bishnoi also one of the best bowlers right now in this IPL. So even their bowling is looking much better like now.
वहां पे
But
थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम ही है. क्रूनल हिट एंड मिस हो जा रहा.
cut miss, yeah.
दीपक हुदा भी हिट एंड मिस हो जा रहा है. दोनों बैट बॉल के साथ. दीपक हुदा तो बॉलिंग करा नहीं है शायद अब तक, मगर बैट बॉल के साथ दोनों जो ऑलराउंडर्स है आपके, आप वो हिट एंड मिस चल रहे हैं. अगर उन लोग को भी कंसिस्टेंसी लेके आना है, बिकॉज यू डिपेंडिंग ऑन देम, देयर योर इंडियन प्लेयर्स, दे मेक द कोर ऑफ योर टीम. और अगर वो लोग कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे बैट और बॉल के साथ, फिर आपको फायदा होगा. यू कांट ऑलवेज रिलाई ऑन निकोलस पूरन और Kyle Myers or Mark Wood. You need your Indian players to step up as well. Avesh Khan, I think he's been decent, but if Mohsin Khan comes in, that will be a huge boost for them.
Yeah, 100%. And for Rajasthan, I think the main thing is how will they perform if like that, like let's say Josh Butler and Jaiswal get a start and then get out. But it's the main thing that I still feel at middle order without Hetmeyer, they're nothing right now. So like
नहीं,
Hetmeyer
मगर
is a very big
that's too
factor.
harsh because आप पहले बोल रहे थे उन लोग क्या करेंगे बटलर और जायसवाल जब आउट होते. बटलर जायसवाल आउट हुए, उन लोग चेस कर दिए थे, राइट? 80 ऑफ 30 होना था, ठीक है. हेटमायर मारा, मगर हेटमायर के साथ कौन मारा? संजू सैमसन मारा, जुरेल मारा, अश्विन मारा. आप ये भी आप नजरअंदाज नहीं कर सकते. सब खेल रहे अपना रोल. अब नाउ अगर हार गए एक मैच अगर नहीं चले सबके, ठीक है, बट लाइक कोई ना कोई तो चल रहा, राइट? पहले 2-3 गेम तो हेटमायर को मौका ही नहीं मिला, बटलर ही चल रहा था. तो लाइक कोई ना कोई चल रहा. आई थिंक लाइक इट विल बी वेरी हार्श इफ दे लूज. या इट विल बी जस्ट अ बैड डे इन द ऑफिस. बट राइट नाउ इफ यू सी all their players, someone or the other has contributed to their wins. Trent Bolt contributed in the power play. Chahal has contributed. He's one of the leading wicket takers, if I'm not mistaken. Zampa's picked up wickets. Ashwin's picked up and even with the bad, Ashwin's contributed. So I think you're going to be too harsh if we're going to try to criticize Rajasthan right now as a team. Yes, they might have bad days, but overall अभी तक तो सब contribute कर रहे हैं.
And like the funny thing is, in लोग के dugout में भी जो लोग बैठे हुए हैं, Donovan Ferreira है, they have Ober McCoy, they have Joe Root also. So I think they have a lot of people who haven't even had a lot of people if they're tested out. So I mean, they're good. I mean, it's good for them that they're having these kind of problems. These are good problems, right? When you have a bit of क्या बोलते हैं, extensive reach in terms of depth of your squad, right? So अच्छा ही है. अब लखनऊ में भी काफी प्लेयर हैं जो नहीं खेल रहे अभी. Like you have Romario Shepherd who given a chance but didn't make the most out of it. You have Daniel Sams also. But I think Quinton de Kock is most likely to play today for me because they required a top order to fire because KL Rahul के strike rate के हिसाब से मायर्स है, बट मायर्स अगर पिक आउट हो गया फिर स्पिन में तो फिर प्रॉब्लम है. स्टोइनिस को निकालते या मायर्स को निकालते वो देखना पड़ेगा.
और अभी राजस्थान वो इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर के साथ एक्चुअली बेनिफिट कर रहे हैं, वो तीनों स्पिनर को खिला रहे हैं उन लोग.
Yeah.
और उस हिसाब से क्या होने वाला है मालूम, लाइक पावर प्ले में मायर्स को अश्विन डाल सकता. तो आई थिंक दैट्स वेयर इवन क्विंटन डकॉक हैजंट isn't the greatest against spin, but I think he is a bit better. And it's about time we see Quinton de Kock. He's a class player, so I really want to see him bat. And KL Rahul again, strike rate will be an issue, man. If he gets bogged down, he needs to take. He's the guy who has to take down Zampa, Ashwin, and what's his name, Chahal. He's the one who has to stay there and take them down. And then you have Puran and these guys to come in as well. So like the start needs to be not only solid, it needs to be fast more than anything for Lucknow. That's what it has to be.
गज्जू भाई से बस रवि बिश्नोई से पूरे चार. या अपन एक चीज नोटिस करो, जो भी बॉलर अच्छा डाल रहा है इन दैट पर्टिकुलर मैच, या तो सनराइजर्स में भी आप देखो कुछ टाइम से कोटा पूरा नहीं कर रहे. सो इज देयर लाइक सम रीजन दैट these guys are doing this? या ऐसे यू नो दे आर probably going tactically differently, but bowler जो अच्छे रिदम में है on that particular day, he usually not getting his full quota of 4 overs.
मिस जजमेंट. उन्होंने क्या कर रहा है, लेट लेके आ रहा है उसको 10 से 11 ओवर में, जस्ट टू टारगेट द मेन प्लेयर्स ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन. वो टाइम तक फिर क्या था, डेथ ओवर्स रहते, पर डेथ ओवर में स्पिन नहीं डाल रहे. तो वही प्रॉब्लम है. आपको पावर प्ले खत्म होते की लेके आना है रवि बिश्नोई को 7-8 ओवर में, और उस पर उसको आप 14-15 में खत्म कर सकते हो ना. तो मगर उन्हें क्या कर रहा है, उसको 10 पे लेके आ रहा है, बिकॉज ही वांट्स अगेंस्ट द मिडिल ऑर्डर ऑफ टीम्स व्हिच हैव स्ट्रांग मिडिल ऑर्डर्स, ही वांट्स him to bowl to them, but by that time 17th 18th overs हो जाए, फिर anyway ball नहीं दे रहा उसको. तो it is a miscalculation from KL Rahul.
But this guy has really been annoying me, man. अच्छा मैच अगर चलाना है तो KL Rahul has to play fast. I think he really needs to suck in his ego and say कि भाई strike rate does matter in a T20. At least it does. Probably in a one day you still have like a lot of 300 balls or something,
but this is all he's saying all this as a defense mechanism because he's not informed. If you see his strike rate earlier, like I remember for Punjab, he used to score 50 of 18, 50 of 20, 50 of 22. So he's saying this as a defense mechanism right now because uska nahi chal raha, nahi lag raha bat pe. He doesn't have that fluency scoring runs. He's not finding the gaps. Uski timing wo level ki nahi hai jo 2-3 saal pehle thi. He's just going through a bad rut of form, and as a defense mechanism he's saying ki bhai strike rate is overrated. He himself strikes at a good rate, man, when he's in form. So like it's just basically he's going through a very bad patch right now. It's happened since that T20 World Cup, and it's continuing.
Yeah, do you see Dhruv Jarrell getting a chance in third spot or fourth spot depending on what Sanju Samson's coming, because he deserves a little bit more of amount of balls I think in him.
I think he's doing the where he's coming in, he's doing a fabulous job, and that's a very difficult art to execute. Basically, finishing off a game. आप प्रेशर में आते हैं, आपको 2-3 बॉल मिलते हैं, आपको उड़ाना है वहां से. अब उन्हें ऑलरेडी उड़ा के दिखा दिया कि भाई मैं ये सिचुएशन में छक्के चौके मार सकता हूँ. Now who else would you want to put in that position? Someone who's already hitting, or you want to put a Padikkal there who is not in form?
True.
I would rather Padikkal go at 3-4. He's 20-30 तो मार दे रहा उन्हें, right? ठीक है, वो रन रेट से नहीं मार रहा, 20-30 मार दे रहा, पर एंड में उन्हें आके मारना, because it's a different art altogether. And if you have somebody in that position, why not play him in that position? I know this more balls thing, like people like to see Dhoni face more deliveries or finishers face more deliveries, but sometimes a player likes like a finisher like that likes facing 10-15 deliveries and taking his game, taking his side through to the winning total.
LSG का मैच, LSG का लास्ट मैच हारने का कारण था बिश्नोई से पूरे ओवर
बिल्कुल
ना करवाना. ये 100% कहीं ना कहीं वो भी था. ये भी था कि भाई राहुल ने बहुत ज्यादा डिलीवरीज खा लिए थे, बट ऑल्सो लाइक नो वन हैज परफॉर्म्ड अपार्ट फ्रॉम हिम. काइल मेयर्स अगेन हरप्रीत ब्रार आउट कर चुके थे. आई थिंक उनको निकोलस पुरन नहीं चले, कृणाल पांड्या नहीं चले. तो आई मीन it won't solely be Ravi Bishnoi not getting his whole quota maybe, but also the batting didn't step up on that day, and yeah, it was just not a very big performance. But on the other hand, Sanju Samson 3 छक्के राशिद खान को जो डाले थे, उससे उन्होंने पूरा कॉन्टेक्स्ट चेंज कर दिया. Whenever I say this, मुस्तफा के मुंह पे एक अच्छा अलग ही स्माइल आती कि that's how much Mustafa doesn't like Rashid Khan, because obviously he was a Sunriser, we all liked him then. If he didn't leave, it would have been a different love story. And now it's a hate story, love and hate story, maybe not a love at all in that. But yeah, for me, Sanju Samson, he's stepping up. He's become more consistent than previous IPLs. I think he's already hit 2 or 3 50s. He's getting there. I think slowly Sanju's going to get his time in the Indian cricket team. I have this feeling.
Again, it's just 250s right now. I need him to be score 700-800 runs. Right, he has that talent. उसके पास है. आप देखो कैसे clean छक्के मारा था राशिद को. And the
Yeah,
reason
very
why I was
clean.
smiling was because I remember those sixes were
Uh,
outstanding and they were
mm,
under pressure, man. Like ऐसा नहीं है
yeah.
कि भाई batting first कर रहे थे पाटा wicket था. नहीं, they were chasing. They were behind the 8 ball. They were like 130, needed a 160, something like that.
Mm,
And he was hitting their best bowler for 3 clean 6s. It just shows the talent that he has. I want to see more and more runs. Today I want to see a 50, next game 100, then 50, and then like he needs to break down the door. It's not just about एक दो sensational innings and then you keep quiet.
yeah. राशिद हार्दिक ने संजू को क्या बोल दिया कि उसने राशिद को धो दिया. उसने आई थिंक हार्दिक ये बोला कि ये तुम्हारा ट्रायल ट्रायल है, अगर तुम इसको 3 छक्के मारे तो तुम इंडियन टीम में. आई थिंक वो बोल
कुछ
दिया
तो
था.
बोला था
संजू
उन्हें, हाँ.
गिराक हो गया था. बट हार्दिक पांड्या भी थोड़ा ऑफ हो गया था. कभी हंस रहा था, कभी एकदम इधर से उधर हो जा रहा था, कभी पागल हो रहा था. तो आई मीन उन्हें भी थोड़ा ऑफ हो गया आफ्टर दैट लॉस. ही वाज नॉट एबल टू टेक इट. बट या आई मीन आज का गेम तो बहुत जबरदस्त सेटअप है मेरे हिसाब से. तो एटलीस्ट टेबल का टॉप है एंड इट्स गोना बी एन एक्साइटिंग एनकाउंटर. Quickly, Mustafa, let's just get into your fantasy picks for the game so that we can understand better who to go after if you guys are playing IPL fantasy. So we're just going to go into the tips and chips section right now. बोलिए सर आपके IPL picks for today, the
तो
fantasy
कैप्टन वाइस कैप्टन मैं बोल दूंगा आज के लिए. तो मैं जाऊंगा कैप्टन कैप्टन जॉस बटलर फिर से. ही हैज गुड रिकॉर्ड देयर एट हाउ डू यू
Jaipur.
प्रोनाउंस द नेम ऑफ द स्टेडियम in Jaipur?
SMS.
Swam Man Singh. नहीं पूरा बोलो यार. Swan Man some, yeah, that stadium. He has a very good average there. I think he averages around 50. They're back. The crowd will be there. It's going to be proper Rajasthan feel. After so many years, you'll see like that. Hopefully, the crowd will be full.
Royalty.
Yeah. So and vice captain, I was going to pick from the other team, but I'll stick with Rajasthan. Go Chahal. I think जो बड़े boundaries है जयपुर में, especially horizontal shots जो खेलेंगे. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the horizontal जो shots खेलेंगे because it's the bigger boundaries on the side. I think Chahal will come into play. The pitch, I remember, it was conducive to turn. थोड़ा सा slowish था जब मैं last याद है मुझे. तो I think the spinners will come into play. So I'll probably go Chahal as my vice captain. But yeah, you tell me, captain, vice captain, baby.
That's actually a good shout. But for me, I think today Adam Zampa is going to be the main bowler to watch out for. So I'm going to go with Adam Zampa, and from Lucknow, just to be a little, Lucknow को भी थोड़ा फेंक देंगे. I feel it's going to be क्या बोल सकते हैं, Nicholas Puran. I think Nicholas Puran is going to have a good show today. So hopefully Nicholas Puran and Adam Zampa do it for me. I mean, Jaiswal भी है one of for people who want to pick because he got out. Whenever he gets out very unluckily. When he had a very good knock in him. So that is also one of the options. Gajubhai said, "Mera captain Butler, vice captain Stoinis." Stoinis is a very brave pick. Given his form of inconsistency, मतलब खेला तो वाह है, नहीं तो यार क्या तो भी है बोल के मसला है. So you never know with the likes of Stoinis, but yeah.
But I would say if you're chasing rank, if you want to basically
differential,
you need to go up the move up the order because everybody is beating you. Then you need to have picks like that, Stoinis and Nicholas Puran also, or यहाँ पे Jurel को ले लो या Jaiswal को ले लो, because everyone will have Butler, people will have Samson also. But Samson is a good shout. Maybe not everyone will captain him, but Samson Butler में से एक को safe captain रहता. But if you want to be different, you go for a Stoinis, you go for a Chahal, Zampa, Puran, ऐसे प्लेयरों को आप pick करके डालो. Hetmeyer is a very good shout as well.
Hetmeyer is one of the best probably shouts to have.
रिस्क क्या मालूम उसकी बैटिंग कभी आएंगी, कभी आती, कभी नहीं आएंगी, right?
Yeah, same with Nicholas Puran. Yeah, same with Nicholas Puran. Yeah. I get your point.
बटलर 100 मार दिया तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. और यार निकोलस पुरन भी वही केएल राहुल अगर 100 बॉल खेल लिया तो फिर इसको फिर उतना टाइम नहीं मिलेगा. So that is the risk about these things. So they're risky picks, but if they come off, they come off. I think that's how you have to look at it basically.
It's gonna be हल्ला बोलना है, but yeah, Lucknow also have to win this. Table पे अगर अपन quick go to the table and see their second and they're on 6 points. If Rajasthan win, they'll potentially be on 10 and they'll be like having a breathing space, right? So it's going to be good for Rajasthan Royals. Then you have CSK playing Hyderabad, and that's going to be a match that we know CSK is going to try to win.
कल डबल हेडर है तो that is going to be crazy. कल पंजाब आरसीबी है और फिर उसके बाद दिल्ली
no
उल्टा रहना था मैच. I want
हाँ,
the RCB in the night, but it'll be good. वो भी कल डबल हेडर है तो वो प्रीव्यू करेंगे, मगर यार ये मैच के बाद तो रिव्यू तो बनता भाई, टॉप टू टीम्स है. Who are you predicting, Lucknow or Rajasthan to win today?
honestly, I'm going to go with Rajasthan because it's just that home feel अलग रहने वाली है. Packed Rajasthan crowd, Jaipur, pink city, pink jerseys all over the stadium. So yeah, it looks like, and like I think जो गज्जू भाई pick करे captain Butler, he's going to be having a very very nice game.
आई मीन उन लोग फोर्ट्रेस से एक टाइम पे याद है जयपुर वहां पे लाइक जीतना
Yeah.
इम्पॉसिबल होता था लॉन्ग टाइम अगो, इफ यू रिमेंबर 8-9 की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. बट अभी I don't know. I'm just thinking that LSG, it can go either way, but I'm just going to go LSG because they need the win a bit more. They have to be a bit more desperate because they threw away that Punjab game. वो तो 2 points बैग में थे. वहाँ पे शिखर धवन भी नहीं था, कोई भी नहीं था, फिर भी हार गए. That was unacceptable. So I think KL Rahul has to show more desperation. They got to be a bit more aggressive with the ball and the bat and put Rajasthan under pressure. And if there is a team that can match Rajasthan in terms of balance, it is Lucknow. But it's about their players, adapting roles. You see the two batting orders, right? They're very similar in terms of ability, but what is the thing? The approach, the mindset. Rajasthan 100 आके ठोक रहे हैं. सैमसन आके मार रहा, आउट हुआ तो आउट हुआ. उन्हें अश्विन आके मारा, 100 आके ठोक रहे हैं. यहाँ लखनऊ में राहुल खा ले रहा, फिर मायर भी कभी टेंटेटिव हो रहा है अगेंस्ट स्पिन, एंड देन कृणाल भी नहीं चल रहा, उन्हें भी नहीं चल रहा, दीपक खुदा, तो यहाँ पे इश्यूज हो रहे हैं. राजस्थान एवरीबडी इज कमिंग इन हिटिंग. बेशक आउट भी अगर हो रहे तो आके मार रहे हैं उन लोग. स्ट्राइक रेट उनकी लाइक
और लास्ट में तो मैं यही बोलूंगा, लास्ट मैच फॉर लखनऊ इट्स मोर द bowling that I would blame because they were like what 5 for 112 or something Punjab and they were in shambles, right? But then जो सिकंदर रजा के जो innings खेला and then उसके अंदर शाहरुख खान आके जो मारा, so वो दो चीजों से इन लोगों का पूरा टॉप शिटर भी हो गया. वरना they were smooth only, अच्छा ही चल रहा था उनका.
कृणाल को ही मारा था. वही है, कृणाल इज हॉट एंड कोल्ड मैन विद द बैट एंड बॉल. कृणाल पांड्या को पकड़ के दिया था सिकंदर रजा. दैट वाज द गेम मोमेंटम शिफ्टिंग ओवर ऑफ द गेम.
स्टोइनिस की बैटिंग आएगी क्योंकि बोल्ट एलएसजी के टॉप ऑर्डर को उड़ा देगा. दैट्स अ गुड शॉट. बोल्ट हमारे भी टॉप ऑर्डर को उड़ा दिया था. एंड या इट वाज नॉट अ वेरी गुड शो फॉर द फैंस, बट अगर आप एलएसजी के फैन हो के ये बोल रहे हो तो यार इट्स शॉकिंग. सो मे बी आई हैव टू टेक दैट इनटू कंसीडरेशन. बट आल्सो दे हैव वेरी गुड स्पिनर यार. चाहल, अश्विन और जैम्पा, इससे अच्छा कोई स्पिन कॉम्बिनेशन कोई टीम में नहीं हो सकता यार. आई थिंक
हाँ नहीं है. आई थिंक लोग का जो वैरायटी है, जो एक्सपीरियंस है, जो क्वालिटी क्लास है, आउटस्टैंडिंग तीनों का. एंड अलग अलग दे ब्रिंग डिफरेंट थिंग्स टू द टेबल. लाइक आई सेड, Zampa's a bit quicker, Chahal has more variety, थोड़ा फ्लाइट करता है. Ashwin is completely different, like off spinner plus leg spinner plus carom, everything. But if you're banking on a finisher, who's gonna finish today? Hetmyer or Puran? If you have to bank on one finisher, who are you putting your money on? Who would you keep and who would you sell?
I want to keep Puran because I took his name as my fantasy pick. So I'm going to be a little loyal to my fantasy pick. I know Hetmyer is the most consistent right now. एक भी zero नहीं है उसके, and all the time he's finished decently with a 6 or something. And then you have Jurel also in that team as a finisher, right? So it has a lot of in it. But Puran also, what we saw against RCB, कुछ तो भी निकलेगा उसमें से भी.
मैं एक और चीज बोलना चाहता हूँ, रवि बिश्नोई के लिए ये बहुत जबरदस्त मौका होगा बिकॉज दिस इज अगेंस्ट हिज पोटेंशियल राइवल्स फॉर अ स्पॉट इन द इंडियन टीम, राइट? लाइक चाहल, maybe Ashwin to a certain extent. So I think if he comes and outshines them, picks up more wickets, has a better economy rate today, and wins the game for LSG, that will keep him instead. His name will start coming up in World Cup squad selection and all that because he hasn't done really much wrong, man. And last year he didn't have the greatest of IPLs, but apart from that, 2 very good IPLs. Asia Cup, he got the wicket of Babar Azam, and then he was sent away. He didn't play after that. So I think if he has a very good game today, again, him versus Chahal will be a good competition to have. Let's see who takes more wickets, who is more effective, and then आगे जाके भी देखेंगे IPL में कितना बिश्नोई का impact रहेगा because we can always his name will be in and around that Indian team, I think, even though if it doesn't start.
His name के साथ कोलकाता में भी जो चक्रवर्ती है उसका नाम भी आने वाला है, I think very soon man. That guy.
मगर देखो चक्रवर्ती को चांस मिला था, उन्हें पिट गया था T20 वर्ल्ड कप में. बाबर रिजवान खा लिए थे. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि चांस नहीं मिलना चाहिए, फिर से दे सकते हैं उसको चांस, बट बिश्नोई आपको इंडिया में भी परफॉर्म करके दिया, फिर भी आप उसको ड्रॉप करे, तो इसलिए मैं बिश्नोई को थोड़ा आगे रख रहा हूँ, समझ रहे हैं आप? एंड दिस वाज 2021 की बात है जब चक्रवर्ती व्हेन केकेआर रीच्ड द फाइनल्स बिकॉज ऑफ हिम इन नारायण, दे पिक्ड हिम इन द टीम, बट वो आई डोंट नो वेदर इट वाज नर्व्स और थिंग. एंड चक्रवर्ती अनदर प्रॉब्लम इज इंजरीज. उसको जब भी सिलेक्ट करती इंडियन स्क्वाड में, आई थिंक ऑस्ट्रेलिया टूर के लिए भी सिलेक्ट कर रहे थे, उसको इंजरी हो गई थी. सो दैट इज 2-3 थिंग्स दैट आई वांट टू थिंक, बट नो डाउट ही इज बॉलिंग रियली वेल इन द आईपीएल फॉर केकेआर. मगर इसके ये दो साइड इफेक्ट्स है चक्रवर्ती.
Yeah, I just think this injury thing has really come down in the Indian cricket team. पूरों को injury होते जा रही consistently from Hardik to Shreyas to the spinner like Varun, like you just mentioned. कुछ तो भी करना पड़ेगा या तो it's game time. They need to really manage that as soon as possible because अभी क्या WTC से पहले अगर कोई इंजर हो गया तो बहुत बड़ा मसला हो जाएगा भाई.
Yeah, ऑलरेडी अय्यर आउट है, बुमराह आउट है, तो पता नहीं और क्या होने वाला है. आई होप लाइक प्लेयर्स डू रेस्ट. बट राइट नाउ वी हैवंट सीन अ बिग प्लेयर रेस्ट. रोहित शर्मा केम एज एन इम्पैक्ट रेस्ट, so you could say mini rest but not full. He still came out to bat.
And the way Virat Kohli is going after every match has solid effort and solid, and no signs of slowing down and stuff. It's just scaring me, man. Anyone gets from that 11, literally खाली 11 बच्चे बाकी अपने पास अगर कोई 11 में से निकला, Shami, God forbid, or Siraj, it's going to be a very hard WTC final for us.
हाँ, मगर अभी वही है कि देखेंगे, स्टिल अ लॉन्ग वे टू गो. दैट्स व्हाई आई थिंक रोटेशन होना चाहिए, मगर अब वो फ्रेंचाइजीज के ऊपर हमारे ऊपर है नहीं वो, एंड देर अनलाइकली टू रेस्ट स्पेशली इफ देर इन कंटेंशन. एंड द आईपीएल टेबल इज वाइड ओपन, मैन. मुंबई आर बैक इन इट, चेन्नई आर इन इट, बैंगलोर topsy turvy, sunrise is not too much in it, Punjab are in it, but everybody except for Delhi Capitals is right now like competing for the top 4 spot. And वो थोड़ा सा गैप बढ़ते जाएगा. We might see a bottom 2, bottom 3 by next week, मगर अभी थोड़ा सा मेरे को वो टेबल खुला हुआ दिख रहा है. Like there is opportunities for many teams and every week is changing the momentum.
100%. And the thing is, like, I just don't want Delhi to be that team that take someone with them.
Breaks
एक आध
the
वर्ष team, yeah, कोई ना कोई team साथ में लेके चले आती है, and Delhi could potentially be that team. But let's see. I mean, it's gonna be thing. Gajju bhai says, yes, Siraj सट्टेबाज और fixing क्या? नहीं, news सट्टेबाजी का नहीं है गज्जू भाई. What I've read is that Siraj reported a bus driver of the BCCI. जो उससे इंफॉर्मेशन पूछ रहा था इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया के दौरान टीम के बारे में. He wanted to get early team news. एंड सिराज आई थिंक उसको पसंद नहीं आई वो बात, एंड उसने वो बीसीसीआई के ड्राइवर को रिपोर्ट करा. सो
आपको रिपोर्ट करना है. अगर आप रिपोर्ट नहीं
Yeah.
करे और बाद में पकड़े गए तो फिर आपका बैन लग सकता है, जैसे साकिब पे लगा था. तो उसका आई थिंक ड्राइवर था हैदराबाद का ही था वो, उसको इन्फॉर्मेशन होना था. कोई मैच पे वो बुक ही नहीं था बंदा. ही वाज जस्ट आस्किंग फॉर वही सट्टेबाजी था. ही वाज गैम्बलर बट नॉट अ बुकी, एंड ही
he
वांटेड
wanted a tip.
इन्फॉर्मेशन.
Yeah, he
या
wanted a tip. So वो है, it's not anything related to fixing or something.
It yeah,
uh,
but like it comes in that bracket, right? Like gambling, fixing, and all that. So I think he did the correct thing. भाई उन्हें report कर दिया. नहीं तो अगर आप report नहीं करें तो आपको नुकसान पहुंचा सकते हैं. आप प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है आपके साथ
और
अगर
आपका
आप नहीं
नाम एक
report.
बार जुड़ गया आपका उसके साथ, and it becomes very hard to fight back for it. And a lot of बहुत कम लोगों के पास वो resilience, वो लड़ने की ताकत रहती है भाई. And सिराज जिस तरीके से अभी जा रहा है, a lot of people have a lot of eyes on him. Number one ODI bowler, a lot of people looking up to him. तो he had to do what he did, and I'm happy that he did because वरना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता भाई. अपना नाम साफ करते करते पूरा करियर चले जाता. पर या वो 11 में से तो होपफुली अभी कोई इंजरी ना हो, and hopefully Delhi doesn't take anyone with them in the last bottom of the table, and potentially out of the IPL. And hoping for a good match. You're going to go with Lucknow or Rajasthan, Mustafa?
Lucknow. I think they need to win more. It's more important for them. Rajasthan, if they lose an odd game here and there, it's okay. But it's going to be very tough. And if they do beat Rajasthan in Rajasthan, that will give them another level of confidence. But yeah, I'm going Lucknow, just underdog kind of thing, because I think Rajasthan, this team is very strong. And but if there is a team who can maybe match them, it is Lucknow.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with Rajasthan just because purely home advantage and home fans and everything else. The proper Jaipur crowd. We, like you mentioned, it was a fortress back in the day. And yeah, it's just going to be something that I'm going to be watching. It looks like you had a very hard, tiring night. Musawa, get some rest. We'll come back.
Yeah,
from
sorry.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was
काफी
saying जैसा श्रीशांत फंसा था, श्रीशांत तो उन्हें फिक्स करा. लाइक अलग
करा.
बात है वो.
हाँ,
लाइक
श्रीशांत को फिक्स करा. फिर फिर इंडिया डांस में कहा कि जाके नाचा. फिर इंडियन आइडल भी गया. इंडियन
वो
आइडल
मैच में
बिग
मेरे को
बॉस.
अभी भी
अरे
याद है.
अजीब पुट्टा यार, उन्हें पागल.
टावल रख के सिग्नल कर रहा था. ये पूरे पूरे टावल लाइक
रेड
हैंगिंग
टावल,
या
रेड
रेड और
टावल.
पर्पल कुछ टावल था वो. दैट वाज द सिग्नल फॉर हिम. एंड उन्हें फिर नो बॉल वाइड डालने वाला था बोल के, तो उन्हें तो बहुत बुरा फंसा था.
एंड देन क्या यार, फिर उन्हें आके अब आईपीएल के उसमें आके उन्हें शो कर रहा. सो इट्स जस्ट वियर्ड टू सी लाइक समवन हु हैज बीन अ फिक्सर कमिंग एंड sort of broadcasting it. But I guess everybody has made mistakes, made their amends, and now they're just
He did his
think
due. Yeah.
he did his day. So yeah, you really can't say much. But I think that pretty much wraps it up. The preview. I'm going with Rajasthan. Mustafa is going with Lucknow. जयपुर, गेट योर फैंटेसी टीम सॉर्टेड, जल्दी जल्दी कर लो, नहीं तो लॉक हो जाता. इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर के जो भी आपके आइडियाज आ रहे हैं सोच के रखिए. हम लोग
बिल्कुल.
को क्या, अब हम आप लोग के साथ आई थिंक इमीडिएटली आफ्टर द मैच जुड़ेंगे. होपफुली इट्स अ गुड मैच. होपफुली केएल राहुल के अंदर थोड़ी आग निकलना, थोड़ा कुछ तो भी होना उसको.
सुपर ओवर वो अभी 2-3 हफ्ते हो गए नहीं आया अभी तक सुपर ओवर होना. सुपर ओवर.
Yeah, super over तो खैर मुस्तफा is just waiting since forever. Hopefully we see it in, imagine we see it in the Chennai and Sunrisers game ना, फिर तो हार्ट अटैक हो जाता अपने को. कल क्लासन के ओवर के बाद तो उम्मीद जग गई थी यार. Oh shit. खैर I don't want to go back there. It's a very dark place, a very dark and orange
That was
place.
the
But
best over in the history of IPL, man. रिवर्स में दे रहा था अच्छा वाला को.
क्या था यार वो, फिर वो लास्ट बॉल आउट नहीं होना था. खैर all ends at ends well, जो भी बोलते हैं उसको. And yeah, I mean, next time hopefully. अभी तो राजस्थान लखनऊ, stay tuned, and yeah, we'll join you guys straight after the game.